I'm feeling great today because I am falling in love with my latest purchase, my 1999 Plymouth Prowler. It really is a very special car, a 1932 Ford Tribute, built by Chrysler and made of advanced composites and bonded aluminum, but also made with a bunch of 90s Chrysler parts, some of which are not working properly. So today, we are heading to the Car Wizards to find out all the things that are wrong with this 90s Chrysler product. It's going to be a lot. I already have lights on the dashboard, check engine light, low tire. I know it leaks a little bit. The suspension could use a little work, and plenty of other odds and ends. I'm sure this will keep the Wizard very busy for a while. I have no idea what the Wizard's going to think of this thing. There's the man, the myth, the legend. Wizard!
Wow!
The meanest sounding Dodge Intrepid you've ever heard, huh?
Absolutely. It's a purple growler.
A Prowler, not a growler.
I'm going to call it a growler.
Don't call it that. People in the UK might have an issue with it. Yes, a 1999 Plymouth Prowler.
Man, this thing is awesome. I've actually never seen one of these in person.
You've never seen one?
No.
Your beautiful hands have never touched a Prowler.
No, never.
They've touched plenty of Intrepids, though, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Intrepid engine. That's cheap maintenance right there.
I'm hoping, because there's plenty of stuff wrong. But before we get into that, what are you doing here?
Oh, well, we're going back together with this thing. Got heat shields
that.
on. I've got the sway bar next. Everything up front. The E-gear is pretty much done. We got plugs and coils to put on it, but
Yeah.
we're getting close. Put accessories on, and really, I'm running out of parts. My parts pile is getting smaller.
That's great. So we're getting close to starting this thing. I bought it with a bad transmission, and that required removing the engine and a bunch of other things. Boy, light at the end of the tunnel, huh?
It's getting there, yes.
Very nice. Well, it's no 1999 Plymouth Prowler, though.
Oh, I think it's better than the Prowler.
Yeah, just a bit. And you got my Mustang all apart over here, too, for the rear end.
Yep, we have the third member out of it, and got a shop getting rebuilt. It's actually done. We need to pick it up and start putting it back together.
I see. Okay, the drive shaft's out as well.
Get that back in, and you'll be back in business on this thing.
Very nice.
I know you like this thing. It's a cool car.
It is a very, very neat car. And there's one of my old hoopties, too. Well, I had it for all of 2 hours before you stole it from me.
War Turtle, yes.
It looks a lot better. A 2004 Beetle Turbo S.
It's a lot faster than the last time you drove it, too.
Really?
Yeah, way faster.
What'd you do?
Well, I fixed the diverter valve. I put straight pipe all the way back to a Flowmaster with a 3-inch down pipe. Did several other little upgrades, and it really moves now.
Well, and you're growing beetles, I guess.
Yeah, I'm becoming the Beetle King.
Yeah, I need to hear this. Start it up. Guess I should do it Stradman style, right? This. Oh, that's mean.
Yeah.
So quite a transformation from a $700 bug that was probably going to get thrown away.
It's a little Beetle rocket now.
Wow. Definitely found a good home, and it cushioned the blow of your daughter wrecking her.
Yeah.
Your Prelude.
Sad Prelude. He's out back getting parted out as we speak.
So anything on the 51 Ford? I just got this thing up to the Wizard, so we need to order a lot of parts, right? Or we did order some parts.
I've got a lot of stuff ordered. I got a 12-volt conversion kit. I've got a 22-circuit wiring harness ordered.
Yeah, because all the wiring's old and original.
Yeah, you can see some of it here. The cloth wiring is just disintegrated.
Yes, and I have some plans for this flathead, which I will unveil soon. But let's get back to the Prowler, huh?
Let's do that.
Yes. Oh, the Wizard don't know.
I don't know anything about Prowlers or Growlers or... There we go.
I hope you know a few things about growlers. And then you pull on this.
There we go. Ah, it's hot.
It is. Sorry. So, pretty weird looking.
That is very strange. The suspension's in front of the condenser there.
Yeah, it's kind of like an Indy car with the double wishbone suspension exposed all out here.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's actually very well designed. Oh, look at those sway bar links. They're roached out.
Yeah.
Put my... Wow.
They are toast, and I can definitely hear them kind of squeak and rattle.
Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Yep. And you don't need to put it up on the lift to inspect the brakes.
No, you can just look right here. Let's take a look. They're about halfway used up, but they're still good. That's interesting. Very, very interesting. Totally different than anything I've looked at.
So one thing I'm noticing out of this 3.5 V6, which is kind of from a Dodge Intrepid, is, well, two things. One, the check engine light is on, typical 90s Chrysler product. Number two, another typical 90s Chrysler product, it sounds like it's supercharged because one of the accessories has a pretty nasty whine to it. Here, I'll start it up to where you can listen. There. Can you hear that over the sweet exhaust? That Oh, he's getting a wizard tool.
Yep. Down my Amazon affiliates page. You don't need to rev it.
Okay.
I found it already.
The very first thing you touched?
Yeah, you want to take a listen?
That's awful. So that's one of the idlers?
It's a tensioner pulley for the larger belt.
Oh.
The serpentine belt there.
So that's interesting. The very first thing you touched is what's making that horrible racket.
I thought it was coming from that, and this confirmed it's loud.
Yeah.
The bearings are shot in it.
Quite loud. Well, it sounds supercharged, so it sounds kind of cool, but eventually that'll blow up, I imagine, the bearing inside of there.
It'll lock up and throw your belt.
Okay. All right, well, you want to plug in, see what codes are there, and then get it on the lift? While he's setting up his diagnostic middle school video day setup there, I'm going to put the top down for him. Very, very easy on this thing. Surprisingly easy. Just a lever here to pop that. Push button. And down she goes. Super quick, really simple.
It's kind of odd how they mount things on here. They just put a module out in the open like that.
Right, yeah, they just didn't have a better place for it.
I guess.
It works. It takes up what little trunk space there is, that's for sure. In 1999, I probably had a poster of this Prowler on my wall, and the best day of school was when this cart would come in for movie day.
Oh yeah.
So we have good news here.
I remember watching the O.J. Simpson deal on one of these in school.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
The trial.
So what does this say?
Evap large leak. Maybe a gas cap or a broken evap line or...
Okay.
So, not a huge deal.
Well, this is a nice departure from Lamborghinis and BMWs, where the check engine's something to be feared.
Yeah.
With this one, we're just going to clear it.
Just clear it.
It's a Chrysler. All right, one more thing, Wizard. Before this thing goes up on the lift, take a listen to this.
Oh. That sounds horrible.
All right, now it needs a little help to go up. Give it a little help.
Regulator. Whoa.
Yeah, not good.
No.
Well, from this angle, it really looks like an Indy car because you can't see any of the retro stuff above it with the suspension.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
So cool.
It really is.
And underneath is where a lot of the experimentation was going on with welding aluminum.
Yeah.
Looks like they did a pretty good job, huh?
Mm-hmm. Here's the battery underneath. Here's your sway bar links that are roached out.
Ah, the bottom parts of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I see some goo.
Yep. Ah, there it is up there. See that hose is wet on the bottom?
Right?
It's dripping all the way down here.
Is dripping coolant?
Very likely.
Why does it look oily?
It does look oily. Maybe it's from above that. When we lower it back down, we can look from above now that we know.
Because if that's oil from the coolant line, then I've got big issues. Head gasket issues, but
yeah,
I don't think
it's that.
Yeah.
Here's looks like valve cover gaskets here.
Oh yeah. Well, that's typical.
It's weird how they crammed everything up in here. It's just kind of just wherever it fits.
There's that aluminum frame right there, huh?
Yeah.
Really does not look like a 90s Chrysler product underneath.
It doesn't.
It looks like a kit car or a race car or something. Much more advanced.
Weird bonding and stuff going on.
Oh yeah. So that's the composite material here with some rivets, I suppose.
Yeah. Very interesting. It's like totally different technology.
Yes. It looks like something's nested in here, huh?
A little mouse or something.
And then notice the V6 engine up front. There's no transmission behind it. Just a torque tube.
Well, actually, it's just a drive shaft. There's no torque tube. Just a normal drive shaft straight to the...
So instead of it being a torque tube, like say in a 944 or something,
yeah,
you can actually see this spinning, so it's really a drive shaft, huh?
Just a drive shaft, yeah.
Huh.
Straight from the flywheel all the way back to...
a transmission.
A little transaxle, yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Corvette almost.
Right. Except they just took a front-wheel drive transmission and put it in the rear to make it rear-wheel drive.
Yeah.
That's their creativity. And is this a trans cooler, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that looks like it. Yep, the lines come out of there and go to this cooler. That's just so odd. It's kind of like an afterthought almost.
Right. It's neat, though.
Yeah.
Kind of like a hot rod.
It is really cool. Look at this exhaust. That looks cool, too.
Yes. People knock these things because of the drivetrain that's in it, the auto stick transmission and the Intrepid V6, but there's a lot of engineering that went into this thing.
It is. It's not a throw together. A lot of thought went into it.
Right. You look at a Viper and it just looks like a dinosaur underneath. You know, it looks ancient. It doesn't look nearly as advanced as this. So really all we need to find is the source of the River Nile on that oil leak.
Huh? A little wasp nest.
Oh. Now that it's down, it's back to being an old hot rod again. Just so neat.
It really is neat.
So the oil leak's coming off.
Right in the middle.
Hose is here, huh? I can't see it. So what is the little thing above the hose?
You can see it from here.
All right. We'll take you guys upside down and in. All right. So what is that little thingy above the hose?
I'm not sure. Very interesting.
So you have to do a little homework in the office along with estimates. Yep. A lot of generic Chrysler stuff, but that window regulator may be...
That might be a doozy.
Hmm.
Look at that little cougar on the prow there.
Oh, yes. Yes, they love... Yes, the Prowler logo. Grr, baby. All right, Mr. Prowler.
Yeah, they've got some on here for sale. That'd be really sweet to ride around with one of those in the passenger seat, wouldn't it?
Well, that's not a Prowler, that's a Lynx.
Well, it's good enough.
You getting into big cats, Wizard?
Oh, yeah. Especially since you brought that thing in here.
Huh. All right. Exotic Wizard wants a 2,500 to 10,000 British pounds?
British pounds.
British pounds.
Probably gonna be $5,000 for that cat.
Goodness.
But after we get fixed on your Prowler, I'll be able to afford it. So.
No, it's not gonna be over $5,000. No. Well, Wizard, did you solve the mystery leak there?
Yeah, I'm very disappointed when I came up with the total. I'm going to come up short on my links.
Okay.
So, yeah, the mystery leak on your intake is a manifold tuning valve.
Oh.
It changes from a short path to a longer path for different RPMs.
You mean like a little flap opens up inside the intake? So why is oil in there?
There's an O-ring that's bad. This PCV valve has probably gone bad and it's letting oil accumulate in the intake.
Oh.
It just puddles right there and leaks out.
I see.
So PCV valve and an O-ring is all it is.
Oh.
Probably $35, $40 around in there.
$35. Welcome to Chrysler products. This is a great start. Mm-hmm. Okay, moving on.
The idler wheel that sounds like a supercharger.
Yes.
$75.
This is amazing.
It comes off. I ordered it for a Dodge Intrepid.
Chrysler.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chrysler. Thank you, Chrysler. Huh.
Valve cover gaskets. Again, the labor is the most expensive part.
Yeah.
$300 for both sides.
$300. So this is no BMW, is it?
No. Huh. The sway bar links are a little higher.
Yeah.
I had to get them from a Prowler specialty site.
Okay.
$500 to replace both.
Ah, well.
They're $200 a piece.
Okay, that's not awful. No, okay.
All the fluids, antifreeze, oil, transmission, brakes, power steering, everything, $550.
$550 to start over with a clean slate. You don't want to use old trans fluid in one of those old automatic Chryslers.
Yeah. But the big bang here.
Yeah.
It's the window regulator.
Oh, yeah.
$1,200.
$1,200?
Yes.
It's not that hard to reach. Is it expensive?
The regulator is $1,000.
$1,000 for a window regulator.
Yeah.
A Chrysler.
It's not Chrysler.
Screw you, Chrysler. Yeah.
It's special to the Prowler. It's not. There's nothing else that it crosses over to.
They probably don't make it anymore.
I mean, it's expensive and everything, but I could do some research. We may be able to just get it rebuilt or something.
Yeah, rebuilt, used. Maybe there's some kind of adapter to make like a minivan one go. You can do a little homework and save me $1,000. That would be quite wonderful. So
yeah, I'll see what I can do there. But as it sits, we're at $2,750 to do everything.
$2,750, or well, almost half that for without the window regulator.
You take the window regulator off and around $1,400
Okay. Well, I've seen better. I've seen worse. Yeah. Well, let's do everything except the window regulator. Let's do some homework on that because I can still kind of pull it and get it up for now, if there's no alternatives, and we'll go from there. Man, it started off so nice, then it got really bad. Oh well, it's a neat car.
Yeah, I would definitely fix it all.
Well, of course, you're getting all the money, but it is an interesting engineering feat, that thing. You didn't expect it to be as special as it is. I mean, all of the aluminum and the way the chassis is and everything else. It's a really well engineered car, which is strange.
It is. It's a very special car.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching.